Boom! What's up, everybody? What's going on, folks? Welcome to the True Trading Group live stream. We've got Tesla earnings just came out. Tesla earnings just came out right now, literally seconds ago, as we started this live stream, and Tesla stock is booming to the upside, guys. We are booming to the upside right now on Tesla. Tesla beat earnings per share 227 and it was expected to be $1.81. They actually had a slight revenue miss. Going through, seeing what the rest of these numbers are. Gross margins better than expected. That's what the market's like most. Gross margins were expected to be about 28%. They came in over 30%. So Tesla being able to absorb some of the higher costs that are coming through, the different supply chain and different cost of materials. And that is what is giving you this boom to the upside on Tesla, guys. Okay, so that's a big move there to the upside. It is a good thing. We got flat. I was actually short Li Auto today. That's ticker symbol LI. Was actually short LI today for a nice little trade. Made a little bit of money on LI today, but decided going into the close, I did not want to carry any position in an electric vehicle stock because of Tesla's earnings. You just have no idea what's going to happen there with Tesla earnings. But so far, Tesla earnings booming to the upside, 778 right now. Stock now trading up over 5%. It's up about $40. And does this mean that the stock market rally can now continue on its merry way? We're going to talk about it here today on this live stream, folks. My name is Michael Edward, and I've been trading and investing for over 15 years. Began my career working at a fund in New York City, my first job. Then 2008 happened, and that was the Great Recession and the stock market crash, but also the same year that I received one of the firm's Trader of the Year awards. 15 years later, I'm now the co-founder and head trader at True Trading Group, the fastest growing and highest rated online premium educational platform that is available to the retail investor and trader today. Since 2016, my team of 8 other professional traders and myself have helped thousands of traders from all over the world, from all walks of life, achieve their financial goals. Make no mistake about it, folks. You're here on this live stream for one very simple reason. That is to get the information and knowledge that can help you to make money in the stock market immediately. And that is exactly what we do here day in, day out. That is exactly our goal at True Trading Group. So make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Smash that like button. Turn on your notifications. Make sure you never miss out on any one of these live streams. We're going to start off the live stream here this evening with an open floor Q&A session. I'm going to give some time for people to log on. Whatever's on your mind, you guys can ask me questions. We'll talk about it. Individual stocks, the overall market. Let's unpack it. We'll talk about it. I will just ask, let's refrain from Tesla questions. I'll take the Tesla questions later on. That'll be one of the main topics of our live stream here today. And then we got to talk about, obviously, the stock market rally that's been going on these last couple of days. Continued higher again today. And the markets are going to like that move there on Tesla. All right. So we'll unpack it. We'll talk all about it here on this live. I'm going to open things up with a blanket open floor Q&A session, and then we'll get into Tesla earnings and the overall market and what I think the markets do from here on out as you're going to start to get the heart of earnings going into the end of this week and then into next week is really when the fun begins. And then you're also going to have the Fed meeting that is very closely around the corner, July 27th. We have 7 more days. Exactly 1 week from today is the Fed meeting. Are we getting 75 basis points? Are we getting 100 basis points? We're going to start talking about that and having that conversation here as well. But let's not waste any more time. Let's dive in. Let's begin our Q&A session, guys. Start typing questions in chat right now. All right? Don't be shy. Don't be embarrassed. Remember, there is no such thing as a stupid question. Asking questions is how you all learn. So go ahead, guys. Type your questions in chat, and let's go ahead and begin that Q&A. All right, folks. Go ahead, fire away. Ask Ask your questions. I am here for you. What are some good steps I can take to discover my trader identity? I struggle with that. Lifer here. Yo, Emmanuel, Julian, what's up, man? Lifetime member of the TTG fam. So usually when you're going through your trader identity, I like to have people, do so while you're trying to work this through, do it on our simulator. So you're not like, you're going to try out a bunch of different trading styles and strategies while you're not risking your hard-earned cash. So I like to use our simulator. It's real-time data. And you can trade stocks and options. You can day trade, you can swing trade on our simulator. I think that's going to be helpful. And I would say that you give yourself a couple weeks testing out different strategies. First, a couple things you can ask yourself right away. It's like, are you the kind of person that likes to, go on the roller coaster that goes upside down 3 times? Or are you the guy that likes to, hang out on the merry-go-round of the log flume? All right. You got to ask yourself that. All right. That's how you guys, because a lot of factoring into your trader identity. Okay. A lot of that factoring your trader identity is going to be based on your personality traits. And it's going to be based on how much time you're able to actually sit in front of your computer screen. Okay. So how much time you're able to sit in front of your computer screen is going to dictate what type of trading style and strategy you're going to implement. And then also your personality traits will dictate kind of the volatility. How will you play Tesla now? Honestly, guys, I mean, this move higher with Tesla with earnings, I still think that Tesla, even with this earnings, is still unable to break out of a key level of resistance. And if this earnings release it's a mixed bag on earnings. It's not great earnings. It's also not terrible earnings. They did miss revenue slightly. They beat on earnings per share. They beat on margin, on profit margin. So that's good. But they did slightly miss on revenue. You have a major resistance level up here once you get into the high 700s on Tesla. Okay, you have a major level of resistance up there. If an earnings catalyst is not enough to break Tesla out of this range, I still think you got to ease on the side of caution. Okay, so yes, the stock's booming higher after they just came out with their earnings, but when you take a look at this pattern is still very much a gigantic bear flag. Okay, so we are still inside of that bear flag. I do not think that, I don't feel like, okay, that's it. Tesla's just a screaming long right now. As a matter of fact, this level of resistance is still very, very, very much intact. And if this earnings announcement is not enough to get Tesla up and out over 800, you're going to, you could very easily see Tesla, maybe it has 1 or 2 green days, but then rolls itself back down under 750, goes back to 730, 720. So, with Tesla moving higher right now, I'm still not ready to say that, yeah, hey, it's time. Look at this is that resistance level, right? I'll just take it on the daily chart's probably the easiest one for you guys to see on the daily chart. But this is the level, right? We're still underneath it. So, with that, and not to mention Tesla has been weak these last couple of days. Tesla's been weak the last couple of days. Tesla was really not participating today in the rally that you saw in the overall markets. Tesla was not participating yesterday in the rally that we saw in the overall markets. How important is Tesla to the overall markets for the rest of the week? If Tesla's earnings were terrible, it would have been a lot more important to the overall market for the rest of the week than it is right now. I haven't even checked, but I'm going to assume that the overall markets are probably not moving all that much. Little tiny slight pullback on the SPY, little tiny slight pullback on the Qs. Tesla's starting to give it back. See what I'm talking about? Tesla's starting to give back that initial pop on earnings. You see it's starting to fade it just a little bit. We'll see if it gives back that entire move. That would be something else if it gives back the entire move. But we'll see. We'll see. But Tesla's starting to give you a little bit of a pullback now. I don't think it's going to be that important to the overall markets I think the only way it would have been more important is if there was like a massive problem with their earnings where they had a huge miss, or they revised their guidance lower and they said, oh, we see a massive slowdown in demand. That's really the only way that I would say that it would have had a major effect on the overall market. But with what just happened, with the earnings that did come out on Tesla, not a major catalyst for the overall markets, in my opinion. A little bit of a nothing burger. Thoughts on Vino? I had my first $1,000 earnings day today from it as a new trader too. Way to go, Arjen! Congrats on the $1,000 day. Hell yeah! Woo! Hell yeah! Way to go, man. Vino. I have no idea what Vino even. I haven't even looked at. Oh man, what are my thoughts on Vino? It's a 40-cent stock. I have no interest in this stock whatsoever. What are my thoughts on it? You have resistance up around 50, 52. And I don't really see any real true sign of support down here on Vino. I'm not sure how you made the $1,000 on it, Arjen. I mean, great job. Congratulations. But this is not a stock that I would be trading. It's not a stock that I have any interest in trading. And it's also not a chart pattern or chart setup that I think even looks remotely close to appetizing. So congratulations on the $1,000. Take that profit, stick it in your pocket. But I really don't see anything in Vino that I like. Next question. Mike, what do you think about Ford in light of their displacing 8,000 workers in order to make their EV production more profitable? I want to add F to my long-term holdings. Great question. Yeah, so Ford with an announcement today that they were reducing the workforce by about 8,000 employees. You have tremendous support at $11 on Ford. There's a great support level there at $11. If you're looking at, I like Ford for the long term. A lot of people are not giving the traditional auto manufacturers enough credit. Everybody is focused on, the NIOs of the world and the Teslas of the world, but nobody is talking about, Ford, General Motors. And these are companies that, have tremendous cash flow, strong balance sheets, and can invest into EV production. If we've learned anything from Tesla, it's that EV production is extremely expensive and just burns through cash. Tesla, as big and as much of a juggernaut as it is, Tesla almost went bankrupt twice. So it's very difficult for these startup companies that don't have strong cash flow to be able to consistently reinvest back into the business, to be able to maintain that cash burn, and to also grow their infrastructure and expand their production capacity. Ford and General Motors have the ability to do that. They've already invested billions of dollars into EV production, and they can just continue to feed itself because they have strong cash flow from the sale of all of their other vehicles. They can use that cash flow to fuel, no pun intended, the growth of the electric vehicle department. So I like Ford long term. I think Ford is a stock that could go back into the 20s once you come out of the economic slowdown, and like the little, that you're starting to experience here now. I think Ford, it goes back into the 20s. You give it a couple of years, and I think Ford is a big time player in the electric vehicle space. They can't make enough of those Ford Lightning pickup trucks to satisfy the interest that they have with them. I mean, I think Ford and General Motors is actually a good way to play the EV space with a lot less risk than some of these individual and smaller startup names. So is it perfect time to buy Tesla stock today? No, I don't think it is. I don't think it is the perfect time to. I don't think it is the perfect time to buy Tesla stock today. Tesla's still beneath a major level of resistance. I'm still not comfortable saying that or getting long Tesla right now. The thought was that this pattern that is intact on Tesla. You have the big strong move to the downside, and then you have this consolidation inside of this flag. All right. And the thought was that the earnings catalyst would either take you above the resistance level or beneath, okay, and break down out of the bear flag, okay? And the earnings catalyst, not enough to break you out of this pattern. So this pattern is still intact. And as long as Tesla stays underneath this level, okay, as long as it stays underneath this level, I don't think that there's going to be something there. Every channel that I follow has been recommending investing in gold, including CNBC. Can you explain why so many experts are pushing gold while it continues to bleed? That is such an amazing question. Gold is getting destroyed. And not many people can really figure out why. The strength of the US dollar is, kind of factoring into this here, but typically gold is an inflationary hedge. Okay. Gold is an inflationary hedge. Always has been. But in this environment with the US dollar as strong as it is, gold has really been coming under pressure. And then the recession fears, gold really coming under pressure. I'm not really sure. I've gotten a lot of questions about this, and I've even talked to other people that are even more experienced than I am, older, guys that have been doing this for 30, 40 years. And a lot of people are just kind of scratching their heads at how weak gold actually is. I'm not buying gold. I'm not recommending that our members do. I really am just at a loss for why it is as weak as it actually is. And if it's just going to continuously go down like this, I'm just going to step to the side. I'm just going to step to the side. I don't have any intentions on buying it. With the bear market rallies occurring after the May and June, do we still need to consider quantitative tightening and balance sheet runoff? Oh, abso-freaking-lutely. Damn right we do. Absolutely, we have to consider balance sheet runoff and quantitative tightening because it really hasn't even gotten underway yet. Okay. The Fed, nobody's been talking about this. I'm actually glad you brought this question up because everyone's worried about interest rate hikes, but the interest rate hikes are not a surprise or anything like that. Everyone knows those interest rates are coming. But the balance sheet runoff is where the Fed is going to try to start selling a lot of the assets that they have on their balance sheet, about $9 trillion they have on their balance sheet. And they're supposed to start selling tens of billions of dollars of that stuff every month. That process was said to have already started and is due to actually pick up steam in September. So far, you haven't really seen any issues in the credit market, but that's the Fed taking liquidity out of the credit markets when they sell. So, people that pay attention to the credit market, which are the smartest minds on Wall Street, are going to be looking for the spreads in the credit market. That's going to be, the bid-ask spreads. As they widen, liquidity tends to dry up. As they get closer together, liquidity then tends to get strong. When the credit markets are liquid and everything functions well in the credit markets, the equity markets tend to do well. When credit markets start to come under stress, that is typically when equity markets tend to do poorly. So we just have to see what the plan is here from the Fed. They have not talked about it at all. You have a Fed meeting exactly 1 week from today where the Fed is most likely, in my opinion, going to give you a 75 basis point rate hike. And then I think that maybe they'll give you some type of insight into their balance sheet runoff. As a matter of fact, they will. They're going to give you some insight into balance sheet runoff when they give you the rate hike decision on Wednesday. So exactly 1 week from today. So literally, guys, this next week is one of the most important weeks, in my opinion, of the entire year for you guys to be in chat or to be paying attention on our mobile app. Even if you're not in front of your computer, just use our mobile app. That's how you guys can still be connected to what it is that we're doing during the day, because we talk on the microphone all day long. You can listen to that audio analysis throughout the day. And then you can also get real-time push notifications whenever the mods enter and exit trades. All right. So that's something that you got to be paying very close attention to when the Fed comes out with that meeting, with that rate hike decision on Wednesday. Mike, do you still believe in SPY 360 possibility next week? 360 next week? Man, that would be a huge crash to the downside if we got 360 in just a couple of days. You're talking about a 34-point drop in 4 days. I don't think you're going to do that in just a couple of days. I do still think 360s are possible. It really, guys, it's all going to come down to the earnings that you get for the next week and a half. And then you got your Fed meeting on the 27th. And what the markets have done so far, we talked about this on last night's live stream. What the markets have done so far is they have shrugged off a lot of the bad news that we had over the last, couple of weeks. The fear was that, the consumer's weakening. We're going into a recession. The Fed's going to raise 100 basis points. They're going to go too far. Earnings guidance is going to come down. Earnings estimates are going to come down. All of these fears is what have been scaring the market for the last couple months. A lot of those fears have been eased over the last couple of days. It's like so far earnings have not been bad. You've not had a lot of revisions to the downside. ASML revised their guidance to the downside here. That's one of the semiconductor names. They did that today. But, you've had Taiwan Semi, that's another semiconductor. They raised their guidance. IBM, when they came out with earnings, they said that they don't see a slowdown. JP Morgan said the consumer is strong and small business credit is the best that they've seen. Citigroup beat earnings by $1 billion. I mean, all of these earnings that are coming out, Tesla, they just came out with their earnings, and Tesla's earnings weren't bad either. They didn't have some massive the stocks giving back a lot of that earnings move. So it looked like just a big nothing burger there for Tesla, which is why I'm saying I don't necessarily think that was a buy. For those that are just joining us asking about Tesla, Tesla's still, in my opinion, inside of a bearish chart pattern. So I'm still not ready to be bullish on Tesla. But we'll see what happens during the conference call. But yeah, earnings have not been bad so far, but you're about to get into the bigger bulk of earnings. Like you're about to get Microsoft and Alphabet and then Amazon and Apple, like Nvidia, AMD, Qualcomm, Starbucks, Home Depot, you're about to get like McDonald's, and you're about to get the whole swarm of earnings over the next 2 weeks, guys. Whole swarm of earnings over the next 2 weeks. I'm curious, Mike, not to pour salt on the wound, but you got pretty frustrated with the NVIDIA trade. Can you inform the crowd how you dealt with that emotionally? Okay, and got your head back in the game. So NVIDIA, the NVIDIA trade today, right? The NVIDIA trade today was one of my top ideas. We talked about pre-market today, and I don't have the I don't have the video clip for you guys here from pre-market teed up, but NVIDIA today, one of our top trade ideas today for NVIDIA was long at 168 and looking for 168 to be a level of support. All right. And the 168 level comes from this previous pivot top. And then yesterday, that was a level of support when we pulled back and tested it late in the day. Okay, so that's why this 168 level was a level that I was watching. These semiconductors have been extremely strong over the last couple of days as you got the news out of this CHIPS Act that Congress is trying to get passed through that would put $52 billion of investment into the semiconductor space. So very strong day for the semiconductors yesterday. If you guys caught our live stream last night, AMD, it was the trade of the day. We did a segment yesterday covering the trade of the day, which was the AMD trade. It was an absolute home run. And then we were looking for more follow through and more strength on those names today at that 168. Right at the opening bell, and I mean literally right at the opening bell, we dropped right down. Okay, we dropped right down to 168. Okay, right down to 168. It happened so fast and then shot right back up to 170.50. Now, I don't trade right off the opening bell. Okay, I don't trade right off the opening bell. I usually will wait a couple of minutes, let the opening bell volatility settle in, and we dropped within seconds, 168 on the button. The low of the day is 168.01, and then the thing just absolutely exploded from there. So I did not get into the trade because I don't trade the first couple seconds off the bell, you know? So this is, you know, how do I deal with it? Listen, I deal with it knowing that, you know, I'm not going to catch every single trade, every idea that I have during the course of a trading day. You know, I'm not going to catch every single one, you know, but this isn't about me, you know, catching a trade and coming on and bragging about it. I mean, we do a lot of the heavy lifting for you guys. This was a huge pre-market idea that we discussed pre-market in chat as we do every day. I come on the mic, the mods come on the mic before the market's open. We go over our watch list. We tell you all the stocks that we're looking at, but also how we plan on trading those stocks. And one of my best ideas today was NVIDIA 168. And it gave it to you. And we were dead on. We were spot on. A lot of members were able to capitalize on this move, but I did not. I didn't. This was not one of the ideas that I got into today. Still walking away with a green day today. So I'm not, you know, overly upset. It's not like I had a red day or anything. Still green on the day with some other trades that I made. But this would have been a monster if I had snagged it. Way to go, Greg. Mike, I took your idea on NVIDIA and did so well. Thank you. That's how I deal with it, honestly. You know, I'll always give you guys my analysis, my thoughts, my trade ideas, you know, and then you guys can attack them. You can attack them based on those ideas and that analysis. You know, that's why, you know, getting educated is so damn important, because it'll allow you to actually be able to take advantage of the ideas that we provide for you. So that's why it's really, really important. And it was a monster trade today. Congratulations, all my members that were able to capitalize on that. Was it discussed in the chat room? I'm new to TTG's S. Raj. Yes, it was discussed pre-market and then all throughout the whole morning. We talked about this NVIDIA trade. It was one of my top ideas today at 168. So congratulations, all the members that caught that. Okay, guys, let me see who's on the live stream right now. If you guys are not a member of True Trading Group, I'd love to know. Type the letters TTG if you are not a member of True Trading Group. If you are not a member of True Trading Group, go ahead right now, guys, and type the letters TTG, please. Type the letters TTG if you are not a member of True Trading Group. Want to see who we have on here that is new to the fam. We got Darren McCormick, Alexander Lee, Savage, Twisted Merm, Dirty Cuban, Fabio, Reza, Who's Your Daddy, Dotted Line, Dylan Carson, Robert Holder, Raul Gomez, Mark Dreja, Lyndon Talanoa, Moondog, Dennis Davis, Senator Dizzle, CLF, Enrique. Great, guys. A lot of new faces here that are joining the TTG fam here for this live stream. All right. Wow, look at all. There's a lot of new faces, a lot of more coming through here. Arjen, Jason, Mike Schoonover, Show, Ryan Levins, Rosie. Yeah, Tesla starting to move to the downside now, guys. Tesla gave back that entire initial pop. So you see what I was talking about? I told you guys I do not like that necessarily long. Do not like that necessarily long. And now you're getting a big pullback on that name. All right, guys. So, folks, listen up. All of you that are typing the letters TTG, what I'm going to do here real quick, we're going to talk about Tesla in a lot more detail. I know everybody wants to go over Tesla. We got some people that are just joining the live stream as well. And I'll give you guys the entire trade game plan with Tesla because I'm going to be probably putting a trade on. I'm going to probably be putting a trade on in Tesla tomorrow now that the earnings are out of the way. And I'm going to give you guys my entire game plan when it comes to Tesla and after they just reported on these earnings. But first, I want to spend a couple of minutes. I want to give you guys a chance to get in TTG before we go through that because it's the best decision that you guys can make for your trading. And I mean that with the utmost sincerity because, you know, with this time that we have right now in the markets, I've been pounding the table about the opportunity that exists in these markets. And what worked for you last year is not working here this year. But that doesn't mean that you guys have to give back all of the money that was made over the last 2 years because you don't know what you're doing. There are ways and strategies and styles that you guys need to learn to be able to profit and take advantage of this market like we have been doing all year inside of True Trading Group. And then we've been adding in our long-term portfolios. I very publicly, June 17th, added a big chunk into my long-term portfolio. I bought 20 different stocks on June 17th. June 17th right now happens to be the exact dead low of the year. Don't believe me? Go back and watch my live stream from June 17th when I publicly announced that I was adding to my long-term portfolio on that day. So what I want to do here real quick, we got some incentives and some discounts that are available for those that want to join the TTG family here this evening. And then I'm going to roll through and I'm going to talk to you guys about Tesla. We'll get into Tesla in just a few moments, but I'm going to spend the next 5 minutes going over, all right, how you can join the TTG family and the discounts that are available. Okay. So guys, listen up very carefully. For all of you that typed the letters TTG, okay, for all of you that just typed the letters TTG, I want you to understand that when you guys join the TTG family, you are getting access to a professional level of education that is similar to what I learned when I worked at a hedge fund in New York. Our curriculum is in-depth and complex, yet it's easy to understand and implement quickly, whether you never traded a stock a day in your life or you've been doing this for the last 10 years and looking to take your trading to the next level. I get asked all the time, what makes TTG different from all the other trading courses that are out there? And it's the fact that we're not just courses. You're not joining True Trading Group just because I'm this amazing trader and you should be blessed to get my trade alerts. You join True Trading Group because you're getting access to a platform that can greatly increase your chances of success. Eric Skirla, second day as a paid member. It's already been worth every cent. I learned so much already. Thank you, Mike. Eric, it's my absolute pleasure, man. I'm glad to have you part of the TTG family. Guys, like I said, don't go anywhere. In 5 minutes, we're talking Tesla. I'll tell you the trade I'm going to put on here tomorrow so you guys can all be aware of how I plan on making money in that stock. And I'll tell you about the overall markets as well. But give me 5 minutes. I'll tell you guys how you can join the family. You know, our platform, that's what it is a platform. Yes, of course, we have courses in our platform, but you're getting access to tools and resources that successful traders use that help them make better decisions. If you want to level the playing field and you want to increase your chances of success, you need to have access to more information than just Robinhood and Reddit. Professional traders that do this for a living do not rely on Reddit and Twitter for their trade ideas. They have access to other pieces of information that help them make better decisions that increases their chances of success. If you did not join True Trading Group, you're still going to need a bunch of different tools and resources. We developed relationships with these companies for years so that we can have their products on our platform so you do not have to pay for them. These tools would cost you about $5,000 a year if you paid for them on your own. Don't do that. They are included free with your membership when you join the TTG platform. And I've got an amazing incentive for you guys and discount for those that want to join here today. When you join True Trading Group, you're getting access to Benzinga Pro's real-time news feed, TradingView's premium charting software, new member here, best decision I made this year by far. Yes, Blue Scorpion. That's what I'm talking about. You're going to get unusual options activity, dark pool data. You get the trade ideas scanner, insider buying, short interest, social sentiment scanner, analyst ratings, all included with your annual membership. You do not pay a penny more for access to any of those tools. Everything is included. Not to mention, you're going to be joining a community of about 9,600 members that are led by our team of full-time mods that has about 100 years of combined trading experience that sports a collective win rate of just under 80%. We are fully transparent. Okay, we are fully transparent. You guys, we keep a trading journal on our website. It tracks every single trade execution that our moderators make, every entry, every exit. It's right there for you to see all the wins, all the losses. We're fully transparent. Arjen says, once I start getting into good habits with this market, then I will look to get in as a member. Arjen, that is the exact opposite mentality that you should have. Why in God's name do you think that you are going to fix your problems before you actually learn how to fix your problems? I don't understand why some people do this. Some people will say to themselves, well, let me just turn my $1,000 account into $3,000 and then I'll learn how to actually trade. It is the exact backwards mindset. If you want to get into good habits trading this market, join True Trading Group right now to develop those good habits. The stock market's gone down over 20% this year, yet members in True Trading Group are having the best years of their trading careers. That is because they have learned the good habits on how to succeed in this market. It doesn't matter whether the markets are up, down, left, right, sideways, inside out, or backwards. There are different ways for you guys to make money in the markets. To say to yourself, oh, let me fix these first, then I'll join the platform, is the exact backwards way of thinking. If you knew how to do it, then you wouldn't be having these problems already. We're making money in True Trading Group, guys, in this market environment. Watch, I'll show you. Members of True Trading Group, I'm talking to you specifically. If you are making money with True Trading Group, if you are becoming better traders, I want you to type the $ in chat right now. Very simple question. Are you making money? Are you becoming better traders? If that answer is yes, then I want you to go ahead and type the $sign in chat right now if you are a member of True Trading Group. Arjen and anybody else that's not a member of TTG, we had a lot of people type TTG when I asked who here is new. Pay attention to how many people type the $sign on this side of the screen. All of these people that are typing the $sign, they found True Trading Group the exact same way that all of you did, and that is on one of these live streams. They had all the same excuses: small account, full-time job, no experience, lost money in the past, yet here they are now telling you that they are making money and they're becoming better traders. I love these people to death, but there's nothing special about them. If they can do it, so can you. Can TTD help you if you work full-time and know nothing about trading? Full-time trucker here. Portfolio is up 39% this week, 20% this month, 41% last 3 months, 385% last 12 months, 711% since joining. Smoke, you are a freaking animal, my bro. Oh, man. Guys, Smoke is a longtime TTG member. He's a full-time truck driver, one of the most demanding full-time jobs. I mean, you want to talk about trying to drive an 18-wheeler while you're trying to place option trades, okay? Pulling over at rest stops to adjust his stop loss and take profits. If he can do it, so can you. What is your excuse? Okay, I've actually had Smoke. Smoke's been a guest on this live stream twice, I believe, Smoke, if I'm not mistaken. I believe Smoke's been on here on this live stream twice. But Smoke is a full-time truck driver driving across the country. So proof right there that with a full-time job and not knowing anything prior, you guys can absolutely do this. Up 200% in my trading simulator. Way to go, Ryan. Great job. I'm happy to hear you're on the simulator. Start on the simulator. Prove you can make money on the simulator first. It's free. Use it. I made $350 today on a small account with options. Broken motivator. Yes. Was it the NVIDIA trade? Was it the NVIDIA trade? Nice job, Broken Motivator. Really nice job. Really, really, really nice job. All right, excellent. So, guys, listen up. Let me talk to you guys. I'm at a rest stop right now. Yes, Smoke, I love it, man. You're the king. You're the king. I love it. I love it. Well, guys, listen up. So, listen, everyone that typed TGD, listen, guys, how you guys can join here this evening. Listen, because True Trading Group, our membership to our platform is usually $2,212. However, tonight on this live stream, okay, you guys can actually get a 52% discount. It brings the price all the way down to just $1,050. That is $2.87 a day. If you guys think that that's a lot of money, you are wrong. How much would you still have in your trading accounts if for all of you, if you guys started right away instead of losing $1,050, $1,200, if you guys started with the right education, the right community, and the right tools? Right. So when you start thinking of it that way, the $1,050 kind of seems like a steal. You guys go to ttgoffer.com, use the code TTG121. Okay. Again, go to ttgoffer.com, use the code TTG121. You'll get the 52% discount. You'll get 2 small private study group sessions where you can actually talk to one of our professional traders, ask questions. We can really speed up your learning curve. And then last but not least, guys, a double your money back guarantee. That's right. I put my money where my mouth is. I stand behind this platform. I am so confident in our ability to help you become successful that if you do not make your 1050 back, that's $1,050. That's the cost of your membership here this evening. If you do not make $1,050 back after going through our courses, quizzes, and attending a study group, at the end of your membership, I will give you back $2,100. That is double your money back. I can do that because we've only had to refund 2.5% of our members since 2016, and we have a retention rate of 78%, which means 78% of all True Trading Group members. We have about 9,600 of them now here today. About 78% of our members have chosen to either upgrade to become lifetime members of True Trading Group or have renewed their annual membership. There are 15 spots available this evening at this discounted price of just $10.50. All you need to do is go to ttgoffer.com, manually enter the code TTG121, click apply code, and that is then how you guys will be able to get the $10.50 price point. Guys, it's less than a cup of coffee a day. Education is a gold mine, says King. What's up, King? Made 70% on Disney calls today. I'm always looking forward tomorrow just because of TTG. Yes. Listen, I hate the weekends because the stock market's closed. So this is my passion. I love it. King, great job on that Disney trade today, brother. Really, really, really nice job. Very nicely done. 15 spots available, guys, here. That's it. ttgoffer.com, TTG121. You guys can get that $10.50 price point. Okay. And again, you have the double your money back guarantee. You don't make the $10.50 back at least once during your membership, I'm giving you $2,100. We're in business together, folks, when you join TTG. You put up $10.50, I'll put up $10.50. Okay? If you make your $10.50 back, I'm keeping yours. If you don't make the $10.50 back, I'm going to give yours back and you're going to take mine. Okay? If you guys have questions about the membership, you can send a text message to 786-505-4047. Again, that is 786-505-4047. If you guys have any questions about this membership, or maybe the coupon code is not working for you for whatever the reason you can't figure it out, do not hesitate. Send a text message to 786-505-4047. All right, that's 786-505-4047. Also, guys, if you are a current trial member, a previous trial member, or a previous member, you also will want to send a text message to 786-505-4047 because we need to white label your email address if you guys were previously had member accounts with us before. All right. So again, guys, do not call that number. Just text it. It's a text message only phone number. All right. So don't call that number. We can't pick up the phone call even if we wanted to. All right. Can you pay installments? No, Jason, I am sorry. I'm sorry, Jason. We do not. Okay. The membership to True Trading Group, it's $10.50 here this evening. It's normally $22.12. It's $10.50 here this evening. Okay. But we do have PayPal credit, Jason. So we do accept PayPal credit. So you can use PayPal credit and then you can pay off the balance with PayPal. So you can make monthly payments to PayPal, but we do accept PayPal credit. Okay. So see right there on your payment method. So you see you guys can select credit card, you can select PayPal, or you can select PayPal credit. All right. So if you guys want to pay in installments, you could use PayPal credit. We do accept PayPal credit. You guys all think of it this way, Jason, and anybody else that's out there. You got to ask yourself, how much money have you lost in the markets so far? You know, I assure you that the membership to True Trading Group is worth way more than the $10.50 that you guys have an opportunity to grab it here now this evening. All right, it's worth far more than $10.50. Even if you never took a single one of our trade alerts, even if you thought we are terrible traders, you're getting $5,000 worth of tools just by having access to the platform. Everyone's willing to throw $1,000 at something for a chance of big returns, but they won't invest in themselves. Every single person on this live stream that is hesitant to spend $1,000, every single person, if you read on Reddit tomorrow that there was a massive short squeeze coming in ticker symbol ABCD, you would go and you would put $1,000 into call options because 500 people on a Reddit page just said they bought options in that stock. Every single one of you would do that on a complete gamble. But when it comes to actually investing in the platform and investing in yourself, that can increase your chances of success. And if you're going to really be ready to take this seriously, people hesitate. Just go to ttgoffer.com, use the code TTG121, and you'll get the 52% discount, guys. The double your money back guarantee, and also the 2 private study group sessions. Aaron Demo, I started off a few months ago as a rookie using a simulator and started to get the hang of it. Then I joined your group and used trading as my main job after a steady income. Only green arrows, baby. Yes. Yes. Guys, there's only 15 spots left. Look at this. Aaron, that's incredible. Great job. Great job. That's what we're talking about. Using trading as your full-time job after joining the TTG fam. And I love that you use the simulator first. Practice implementing everything you're learning in our courses. Practice it on our simulator. It's free, guys. You don't pay anything extra for any of it. It's all included. All right. Again, ttgoffer.com, TTG121 coupon code. Only 15 spots available for the $10.50 price point. Less than a cup of coffee a day. All right. So there we have it there, folks. We got to welcome Jared. Jared is the newest member of the TTG fam. Everybody welcome Jared. Jared, welcome. Guys, there's only 14 spots left now. There are only 14 spots left now at this insanely discounted price, 52% off. The $10.50 price point is what you guys can get here today by going to ttgoffer.com and using the coupon code. You have to manually enter TTG121, click apply code, 52% off. Do accept PayPal credit. Get in there, folks. Take advantage before these spots fill up. All right. Guys, listen, you know, you guys were asking some really great questions earlier when I was doing the open floor Q&A. Why don't we keep doing that here? Because I wanted to talk to you guys about Tesla. We went over Tesla a bit there. I'll cover Tesla again, but why don't I take a few more questions? Maybe this live stream we'll kind of just do like an open Q&A and allow for you guys all to kind of fire some questions at me, because you guys asked some really great questions earlier on this live. So why don't we keep that up for a little bit? Why don't you guys go ahead? Does anybody have? I'm sure there's questions I missed from the Q&A. So why don't you guys go ahead right now and just type some questions if you have any. If you guys have any issues or any concerns or anything you're unsure about, I'm here to help. Mike, I'm working on my long-term portfolio. Should we be adding stocks to be diversified or stocks that are going to outperform the current market? Okay, so Fire Guy. When it comes to long-term portfolio stuff, it all depends on your time horizon and your outlook. Now, if you're not an active portfolio manager, you don't need to do as much active management as professionals do. Professionals, it's their job to go overweight certain sectors, go underweight certain sectors as things shift in the market. That's because they need to outperform every quarter. All right. Their results are based on how they perform each quarter. All right. So they need to be actively moving their money around. most retail investors are not actively managing their long-term portfolios like that. And I actually think it's something that me personally, my personal opinion, I think it's a bad idea for retail investors to try to be actively managing their positions that much, because you're going to end up making a lot of mistakes in what you add to, what you get out of. And I think that the best thing for retail investors to do, and again, this is my opinion, is when markets decline significantly, okay, take advantage and buy the companies that you love for the long term. Don't try. Yes, you want to be diversified. You don't just want to have all your money in one sector. Okay, so yes, you want to have your money in different sectors, but to try to keep moving your money around like quarter by quarter, even year by year, very challenging thing for a retail investor to do. And I just think that whenever the markets go down significantly, you just add to the stocks that you love and you just hold on to them until you're ready to retire. You know, that's what I'm doing. That's what I have done. That's what I'm going to continue to do. You know, now I manage my portfolio a little bit more actively than the average person, like year to year. You know, like at the end of last year, I sold out of the bulk of all of my tech positions because we anticipated this year in a rising rate environment. Technology stocks don't do well. And I actually moved a lot of cash over to energy. So I've been overweight technology for the last like 10 years. This year is actually the very first year of my life that I'm not overweight technology. And I moved that over to energy. And that ended up being the right move this year. But then in March, I actually took profits off in my energy holdings because the stocks went so freaking crazy. I mean, you just take a look at some of these energy stocks, like, and you take a look at what these stocks did in March. Like right here is when I was selling out in a lot of my oil positions. Okay, it's like these things made like massive moves to start the year, and I just started, peeling profits off. Occidental is another one. Like I was taking profits off here, and we got overweight all the way back here in January. So that's about as active as I'll get, and as about a short time frame as I'll get with my long-term portfolio stuff. But I think it's best for you to just sit on the stocks that you love. I hope that helps answer your question. All right, fire away, guys. What else do we have? Give me some questions. Type your questions away, folks. You guys were asking some great questions before, so I figure we'll just keep with that. Can you retire from being an active trader? Yeah, you absolutely could. We have a lot of members in True Trading Group that are full-time traders now. My TG fam, you guys type the number 1 if you guys are full-time traders now. If you're a member of True Trading Group and you're a full-time trader, go ahead and type the number 1 in chat. I'll just see how many people we have. The majority of our we have 9,600 members in True Trading Group. The majority of them have full-time jobs, but we do have a long list too of full-time traders now in True Trading Group that were able to quit their jobs and now rely on their trading income full-time. And you're seeing a bunch of those people typing the number 1 for you guys in chat right now. So these are all people that retired from being able to become successful in the stock market. That's incredible. Look at all these number 1s. Look at all these Teachee members are typing the number 1. That's incredible. So there you guys have it. There's a handful of Teachee members that were able to retire from becoming an active trader. Next question. Nice. Hernan goes, I got my resignation letter typed up. I love it. Explain SoFi Head and Shoulders setup you spoke of last week, and it is coming true. And is it coming true? Yes, the trade actually worked out very well. So last week, somebody asked me to break down my analysis on SoFi and what I thought about SoFi. And the analysis was an inverse head and shoulders pattern. Okay. Inverse head and shoulders pattern. And what you'll see is your left shoulder, your head, and your right shoulder. Okay. You guys see that? Left shoulder, head, right shoulder. And this line right across, well, this is your neckline. Okay. This is your neckline. Shiloh, welcome to the TTG fam, Shiloh. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Everybody welcome Shiloh. You guys know what that means, though. There's only 13 spots left at that 1050 price point. 13 spots left. That is it. 13 spots left. Go to ttgoffer.com. Enter the coupon code TTG121. Do we have to pay the full payment right away, or can we make payments? Freshmaster, we don't accept payments. It's just a one-time payment, but we do offer PayPal credit. So you could pay through PayPal credit, and then you can make your payment installments or your installment payments through PayPal credit. Okay, so we do offer PayPal credit. That is how you guys could pay off your membership over several months by using PayPal credit. So we do offer PayPal credit. All right, so going back to, and guys, listen, if you have questions like a Freshmaster, anybody else, if you guys have questions, okay, send a text message to 786-505-4047. If you guys have any questions about this, we'll be more than willing to help answer any questions that you guys have. And remember, make no mistake, this is an investment in yourself. That is what the TTG platform is an investment in yourself. All right, we've got 13 spots left at the 52% discount. So going back to this SoFi, you'll see here, guys, a beautiful inverse head and shoulders pattern. And then I told you guys last week that look for us to break over 625 and then watch for 625 to be support. And there it is. We broke over it. It then became support. And now you get a beautiful move to the upside on SoFi. So yes, did it come true? Absolutely. It came true beautifully. Congratulations, all of our viewers that capitalized on the SoFi trade from about 620 up to 710 in just a matter of a couple of days. So this was the analysis that we gave you guys on SoFi from last week. That was last week's analysis on SoFi. Guys, listen, if you're unwilling to invest $1,000 in yourself, listen, there's a lot of like $40 a month Discord groups out there that would gladly take your money, and then you guys are probably going to lose way more than 1050, and we'll still be here when you guys get back. When you're going to join a Discord group, that's not going to give you guys any education, just going to give you a bunch of trade alerts that you can try to chase back and forth and not get any help, not get any guidance, not get any questions answered, not get access to any tools, any resources that give you more information that help you make better decisions. There's a lot of Discord groups out there that you guys can do that with. You really got to think of this as an investment in yourself. That's what the TTG platform is. I'm not telling you join True Trading Group because you're going to be honored and blessed with my trade alerts. Okay. Yes, you will get all of my trade alerts as well as the other 8 professional trading moderators in TTG. You're going to get their trade alerts as well. Real-time push notifications in chat, real-time push notifications through our mobile app. So even if you're not in front of the computer, you still know what we're doing. But make no mistake about it. True Trading Group is a platform. And we built this platform to level the playing field for retail traders and investors. So you have access to the same information and education that I had access to when I started working for a hedge fund in New York. I want to make sure that retail investors have access to the same level of information that successful traders use. And that's why we have all these tools on our platform. That is what increases your chances of success. That is why so many of our members are renewing their membership at the end of their year. Guys, welcome Samantha and Steve. Samantha and Steve, welcome to the TTG family. There are now just 11 spots left. 11 spots left. Everybody welcome Samantha and Steve. There are only 11 spots left at the 1050 price point. Guys, I'm telling you now, go to ttgoffer.com, enter the coupon code TTG121, and that is how you guys can take advantage of this 52% discount. All right. You have to manually enter the code TTG121. All right. There's 11 spots left. Mike, do you often use SPY like a basis for other stock trades or not all the time? Pablo, it depends on the stock. Okay. It depends on the stock. Because some stocks are more correlated to the overall market, others are not. So for example, if you're trading a small cap like PGY today, right? PGY was a small cap today, right? This has the SPY is going to have no effect on this stock whatsoever. Okay. But if you're going to trade something like Apple, okay, Apple will be affected by the overall stock and by the overall market. And Apple itself can also affect the overall markets. Okay, so there are certain stocks that are correlated to the SPY or the NASDAQ, and there's others that are not. Okay, so to answer your question, yes, I do, but not all the time. Depends on if it's a stock that's correlated to the overall market or if it's something that is kind of doing its own thing. Everybody, welcome Rachel to our trial. Welcome Rachel to the trial membership, guys. We do have a trial membership. You guys can go to ttgthree.com if you guys want to join our trial. It is a one-time payment of just $3. That's it. We charge $3 just to make sure that you are a real person. All right. It's 7 full trading days. Weekends do not count against your 7 days. Okay, so don't wait until Monday. All right, it's 7 full trading days. There's no reoccurring payment. There's no automatic renewal. There's no automatic upgrade. You guys pay $3. If you do not manually upgrade to a full membership, do nothing. Your membership expires, cancels, and you're never charged anything ever again. It's only $3. Everyone's got $3. You can be in chat with us trading for a full 7 days. Get access to some sample courses that are there for trial members, navigate the TTG platform, and get a real feel for what it's like to be part of the family. Again, that's ttgthree.com. Mike, would you think about getting short LI again tomorrow since Chinese EV stocks are showing weakness? Yes, Matt, I would. That's how I made my money today, guys, was actually short LI. Okay, so I shorted LI today, made some money on LI, and then I got flat before the close because I just didn't know what was going to happen with Tesla's earnings. Was a kind of like a coin flip. So I decided not to carry an open short position on another EV stock with Tesla's earnings coming out. So but now that Tesla's earnings are out and the stock is not doing anything, there's no reaction here. We're exactly at the same price that we were at before the company announced their earnings, and that gives you now weakness in the Chinese sector for EVs. I'm looking probably short LI again tomorrow, and I'm looking for LI to get down to $33. So I will be looking for LI for a short tomorrow. You can maybe even NIO held up better, but I think LI. I'll just, you guys, you have this support level here on LI. See this support level? All right, you guys see that support level? We cracked underneath it right here today. You see how we cracked underneath it? And now I'm going to look to see if that level now is resistance if we get any type of a bounce back tomorrow. So I'm going to see if tomorrow, if we maybe bounce back to 36 off the open, I'm going to look for 36 to be resistance. But I want to see LI get down and fill this gap, okay, which takes you to 34. And then I want to see about possibly filling this gap, which takes you down to 32. But I think you can see LI do something like this in the next couple of days is what I'm going to kind of be looking for here on this stock. All right, so I'm going to look to see if we get a move to the downside there on LI. So I am looking to short LI tomorrow. So made some money there today. Going to go back to the well tomorrow. Look to short it tomorrow. What are some EV plays, lower beta to play off Tesla tomorrow? Lucid. Lucid is a lower beta name that you can play off of Tesla. Okay, Lucid nowhere near as volatile as Tesla. So I would take a look at Lucid. Lucid has a major level of resistance here that it's not able to get itself above yet either, right? You see this previous level of support. Now that we broke underneath it, it's become a level of resistance. So you can start to look at Lucid to see if Tesla sells off tomorrow, then you can look to maybe short Lucid and do something like this. And you can get maybe something that looks like that on Lucid. But if you're going to trade any EV stock tomorrow, make sure that you have Tesla on your screen. Use it as a barometer. Watch it. See what it's doing. See how it's trading. If Tesla is strong and it's rallying and it's up 3, 4, 5, 6% on the day, be very careful trying to short any other EV names. But if you see Tesla is red tomorrow, now the stock's down 2, 3, 4%, I'm going to start leaning on some of these other EV names that are even weaker than Tesla, and I'm going to start shorting them. And that's why I'm looking at LI as a stock that I may be shorting tomorrow for a move back down to the low 30s. But Lucid will be one that's going to be less beta. Also, Rivian. Rivian will be another one that's not as volatile as a Tesla, and the same thing with Rivian, or rather, same thing that I said about Lucid. See this resistance level here? You can see that these stocks are still beneath major levels of resistance. All these EV names, you see this previous level of support? Well, we broke beneath it, and then it became resistance, and then it became resistance, and now it's still an area of resistance. So just watch Tesla tomorrow, right? Like if Tesla is ripping, then Lucid, Rivian probably break above these levels, and Rivian probably goes to 35 and test the 100-day moving average. But if Tesla goes red tomorrow, you got to look to short Rivian back down into the 20s. All right, folks. Next question. Mike, please discuss AMD in the chip sector. It's gone up so much. Yeah, AMD was a trade of the day yesterday. You got some follow through on some of these chip names. It's coming from the CHIPS Act. Congress is trying to pass through the CHIPS Act, which would give tens of billions of dollars of government investment and funding into the semiconductor industry. And that's given you a boost to all of your semiconductor stocks. NVIDIA has look what NVIDIA has done the last week and a half. AMD. Look what NVIDIA has done the last week and a half. Look what Qualcomm has done the last week and a half. Even look at what Intel has done the last week and a half. All of your semiconductor names are moving significantly higher over the last couple of days. All right, and it's all because of the strength and the excitement behind the CHIPS Act. It's all the strength and excitement behind the CHIPS Act. All right. So you do have resistance up here on AMD, which you have to be careful of around this 90, 91, the level I just drew on my screen right here. I'll make the line a little bit bigger so you can see it. And you'll notice a previous level of support back here. You had the big gap down, and then it became resistance. And now it's back becoming resistance. And you have the 50-day moving average there as well. Okay, so some resistance up there on AMD. Everybody welcome Kathleen. Kathleen, a new trial member. Welcome to the trial, Kathleen. Guys, don't forget, go to TTG, THREE.com. That is TTG3.com. You can join us for a full 7 days. Try it out. See if True Trading Group is right for you. It's only $3. It's a one-time payment. There's no auto renew. There's no recurring payment. It's literally just a one-time payment of $3. We charge $3 to make sure that you are, in fact, a real person. All right. Everyone's got $3. It's less than a cup of coffee. All right. You can trade with us for a full 7 trading days. Weekends do not count against your trial. It's a full 7 trading days. Kathleen, welcome to the TTG trial membership. Guys, otherwise, if you want that 52% discount, you go to ttgoffer.com now. There's 11 spots left. You go to use the coupon code TTG121. You'll get the 52% discount. You'll get access to my Head Start workshop for free, hosted by yours truly. You'll be able to attend some private study group sessions with pro traders from 2 trading groups. You guys can ask questions and speed up your learning curve. And then you guys have the double your money back guarantee. If you don't make the 1050, this is the deal. It's very simple. Go through our courses, quizzes, and attend a study group. If you do that and still do not make the 1050 back at least once during your membership, then at the end of your membership, I'm going to give you double your money. I'm going to give you $2,100 back. That's the deal. That's how confident I am in our platform and our community to help you reach your goals. You just got to go to ttgoffer.com. If you have questions about the membership, folks, send a text to 786-505-4047. Phone number is right there at the bottom of your screen. Folks, I'll take a couple more questions before we move on. Anybody else have any questions you want to run by me? Anything you are unsure about? Fire away. Now is the time. Don't be shy. Don't be embarrassed. Mike, 4K on side thanks to TTG with small account. Would you recommend to step in long term? Hell yeah, Pablo. Nice little $4,000 profit on a small account. I like that. I like that. I mean, listen, yeah, the markets are, I think it's always a good idea for people to put money aside in their long-term portfolios. Markets go down, I buy more, and it's not going to be, this isn't the first time the markets have gone down. It's certainly not going to be the last time the markets go down, but every time the markets go down, I add to my long-term portfolio. There's not many things you can say happen 100% of the time in the stock market, but this one thing holds true. Every single time since the inception of the stock market, every time the stock market went down more than 20, the S&P 500 specifically, every single time the S&P 500 went down more than 20% in 1 year, it proved to be an amazing buying opportunity. Not 80% of the time, not 90% of the time, 100% of the time, when the S&P went down more than 20% in 1 year, it was a buying opportunity. My rule of thumb, it always has been and always will be, I don't care what the reason is. If the S&P is down 20%, I'm buying something. I'm buying something. Doesn't mean I'm going to put all of my money to work, because I think, depending on the situation, the markets could go down more than 20%. But whenever we're down 20%, I buy something. That's a rule of mine. And when the markets went down like 20% in May, I added a little bit of my portfolio. I bought 9 stocks. And then on June 17th, we dropped down. We were down like 23 or 24%, something like that. And I bought another nice big chunk in my long-term portfolio. And so far, June 17th, as it stands right now, currently is the low of the year as it stands so far here today. Next question, folks. Where do you think oil is going in the next couple months? Great question. Um, I think oil is going to probably go down and settle in the 80s, or 90s a barrel. As the economy slows, demand for oil drops, and I think oil is gonna settle. When you say the next couple of months, once you get past the summer, the summer is usually a high time for oil because everybody drives a lot more. People go on vacation, they fly more, they take cruises, they go on their boat. They drive. So it's actually the highest demand season for oil in the United States is the summer. So I think we might have reached kind of peak oil demand. And then as the economy starts to slow, demand for oil drops a little bit. And then maybe there's I'm not going to try to predict geopolitical situations, but maybe there's some type of deal with OPEC. Maybe OPEC starts producing more oil. We'll have to see. But I think the oil can actually settle in the 80s or 90s and just kind of stay there for a little while. I don't think you're going to get oil back to like 120. I think we've seen peak oil. When I think about like the fundamental catalysts around oil, I think we might have reached peak oil when we got to 122 a barrel. Hi, folks. How we doing? Any more questions? The world is your oyster. You guys have me here at your disposal. Ask me whatever's on your mind. If I remember correctly, September is usually a weaker month. Do you think it will be this year? Yeah, I think September could be a weaker month because I think August is going to be a strong month, and the markets kind of can take a breather and can consolidate in September. And then I think the markets actually move higher into the end of the year as inflation comes down and the Fed maybe stops raising 75 basis points and maybe they throw in a 50 or a 25 basis point. So it all depends on inflation, Robert. If inflation steadily goes down from July to August, then September could be, a stable month. But if inflation starts to tick back up again in August, then that's when September can actually get really weak. This is not the Robert asking the question, but we have a Robert that just joined. Robert, welcome to the TTG family. Welcome, Robert. There are now just 10 of those spots left, guys. If you want that insanely, ridiculously cheap 1050 price point, it's $2.87 a day. I'm giving that to you for being here on this live stream with me, and that's it. The regular price is $22.12. Don't pay that. You guys are on this live stream right now, so you can use the coupon code TTG121. Click apply code. Just go to ttgoffer.com. You'll get the 1050. It's less than a cup of coffee a day. You can use PayPal credit. If you want to make payment installments, you can. All right. And you guys can become part of the TTG family, get the double your money back guarantee, and get yourselves part of a community and platform that can increase your chances of success. Welcome, Robert. 10 spots left, guys. That's it. Then that price is going to go back up. Was about $100 more expensive just yesterday. So I would take advantage of this, guys. We just dropped it down here this evening in honor of Tesla earnings here. 1050 price point. Save yourself that near $100. Grab it at 1050. Just getting in, but you mentioned you'll be nibbling on some names. Do you feel when funds start deploying cash, small cap growth will be a benefactor since it's beaten down so much? Good question, Gold Miner. Small cap stocks, and when you say small cap stocks, let's clarify, you're talking like the Russell 2000, not, like these like small $2, $3, $4 stocks, right? So when you're talking about small cap growth, will they be a benefactor in a slowing economy, in a rising rate environment? Rising rate environments tend to not necessarily benefit these smaller companies because usually the smaller companies have higher levels of debt, and the smaller companies need to continuously take on more debt so they can go through their growth process. So as interest rates go up, that actually makes servicing that debt a little bit more challenging for the smaller companies that need that debt and do not have such strong cash flow to service the debt. It's very different for a tiny company to, take on debt and service it than it is for Apple. Apple can take on, $2 billion in debt and they can pay it off in about 4 hours if they wanted to with their cash flow. Okay. Very different for some of these smaller companies that takes a while to generate that type of positive cash flow. So, when the overall markets recover, Gold Miner, yes, you probably see significant bounces in small cap growth just because, like you said, they've been beaten down so much that it won't take much for those stocks to go up 20, 30, 40% off of their lows. But you're still going to be looking at stocks that are down 70% on the year, even after they rally 30 or 40% higher. And those are going to be the companies that if you do go into a recession, those companies are going to struggle versus the companies that have really strong cash flow will tend to outperform economic slowdowns and be better positioned to come out of that slowdown in a position of strength. So be mindful of that when you are looking to allocate capital in long-term stuff. Again, just my opinion. Frank Kensey, great question. Frank Kensey says, Mike, can you please clarify, does an annual member of TTG need to sign into the chat per week to get alert on live trading? No. Okay. Frank Kensey, we have a mobile app that is available to you for free on iPhone and Android. When you become a member of True Trading Group, you download that app. And even if you are not in front of your computer screen, you will get real-time push notifications whenever our moderators enter or exit trades. You will also be able to listen to the live audio commentary throughout the day because the mods and I talk on the microphone all day long. So you'll be able to listen to us on the microphone as we talk throughout the day so you can hear what we're doing live and then also get all the alerts whenever a moderator enters or exits a trade so you can follow along with the live trading even though you're not in front of your computer for Kenzie. Everybody welcome Zion, newest trial member. Zion, welcome to the trial. Guys, that trial is only $3. Go to ttgthree.com. That's ttg3.com. Charge $3 to make sure you're a real person. There's no auto renew. There's no reoccurring payment. You pay $3. That's it. All right. Join us. See what True Trading Group is like. See if it's right for you and decide if you guys want to join the TTG family. I will tell you this, though. You will not get the $10.50 price point if you go through the trial. The $10.50 price point is for those that are ready to join this family right here, right now, this evening, before midnight tonight, or until 10 more people take advantage of this offer. $10.50 price point, folks. For those ready to join the fam right here, right now, go to ttgoffer.com, enter the code TTG121. Get yourself that double your money back guarantee. Chances are you're not going to need that double your money back guarantee, guys. Like I said, 78% of our members renew their membership or upgrade to become lifetime members. I don't think 78% of our members are doing that because they're all losing money. So chances are you're not going to need it, but that double your money back guarantee is there to protect you, and it's there to hold us accountable, to make sure that you get access to the help you need to make sure that you guys have the best chance of success. Real, genuine mentorship and guidance. You're not just a number when you join True Trading Group, guys. There's help at every single turn that you make when you join True Trading Group. We do workshops every single week. You can attend. You can reach out to us for help. You're not just left on an island by yourself to figure it out all on your own. My pleasure. My pleasure. Rennie Ramos. My pleasure. Is TMC on my radar? It is not. No, it is not. I've actually never even heard of the company until you just typed it, David. Not familiar with it, no. Not on my radar. Yo, Jimmy, what's up, my man? Glad I came across TTG. Was burned by other programs, which I won't name because I don't want the bulls to rage against me. Best decision ever. That's awesome. Jimmy, appreciate you, man. Oh, get out of here. Jimmy, you're stateside now, I just saw. Just saw that your state. Jimmy is a Marine, and thank you for your service, Jimmy, and all of our other active and retired veteran military members that we have in True Trading Group. We have a lot. I thank each and every single one of you for your service, and all of our viewers. If you're a viewer as well and you're not a member, I thank you as well. But Jimmy, we used to be stationed in Japan, now back stateside. Welcome back, brother. Welcome back, Mike. What's your plans on long-term cash deployment if we don't get this lower low for any reason? Just wondering what plan B would be. Well, Rhino, I've got about 50% of my cash that was on the sideline. I've got about 50% of it in already. So I still have about 50% of it on the sidelines. My plan on how to deploy the remaining balance if we don't get the lower low is going to be just waiting to see what happens, because I think you'll get another pullback opportunity. But if inflation is going down and the economy is actually churning along quite well at the end of this year, then all signs point higher if that's the case. But the Federal Reserve will begin speeding up their quantitative tightening probably in September. And if that happens, you probably will get a little bit of a pullback at that time. Okay, you probably will get a little bit of a pullback at that time. So I'm waiting for earnings to finish out, and then if inflation turns out that it has peaked and it starts moving down, then I'll be a buyer of pullbacks in some specific names, probably over the next 2 months. All right, guys, I think that just kind of wraps up. I think that kind of wraps up our little Q&A segment here. What I'll do here now, guys, it's been an hour and a half already. Time flies when you're having fun. All right, guys, so here's what I'm going to do. That wraps up the educational part of our live stream. So if you have no interest in joining True Trading Group, then you guys can sign off the live stream. Mike, do cannabis stocks have a future this year? Pablo, not this year, but I think next year is a big year for cannabis stocks. I think once you get past your midterm elections, I think 2023, there's going to be a lot of discussion within government on legislation surrounding cannabis. I actually think 2023 is going to be a turnaround year for cannabis stocks. I do think that. So if you're not interested in the platform, guys, you can sign off the live stream now. I'm finished with the educational stuff. I will go through now and show you the TTG platform so you can see the tools and all the resources that are available. All right, but first I got to give you guys the code word for this evening. And the code word for this evening is Tesla. Tesla. The code word for this evening is Tesla. If you're not a member, don't worry about this code word. This has nothing to do with you if you're not a member. This is for a giveaway that we do with members. We have a lot of fun with members. We give away cash, electronics. This is part of one of those giveaways. The code word for tonight, folks, my TC members, is Tesla. All right, guys, let me show you what's included in the platform, because remember, there's no upsells for courses and tools. When you guys join True Trading Group, of course, you're going to get access to our chat room, where the mods and I share our screen. We're live on the microphone. We're calling out trades in real time. We're there with you from 7:30 a.m. Eastern until 4:30 p.m. Eastern every day. You can use our mobile app to get all of our trade alerts in real time, even if you are not in front of your computer. You also get access to 2 small private study group sessions where you can talk to a pro trader from True Trading Group to ask questions and speed up your learning curve. You get the Benzinga Pro real-time news feed, which will give you guys live breaking up to the second news alerts right inside of our chat room. If you went to Benzinga on your own directly, it's going to cost you over $1,000 a year to have access to this. It's free with your membership to True Trading Group. TradingView's premium charting software is another thing you have access to as a member. This will cost you a few $100 if you went to TradingView on your own. It's free with your membership. The Trade Ideas scanner will make sure you always focus on the best stocks during the day. That's a few $100 a year. It's free with your membership. ET&A's simulator lets you trade stocks and options with fake money, but with real-time data, so you can practice implementing what you're learning in the courses. This will cost you just under $1,000 if you went to ET&A directly. Don't do that. It's free with your membership to True Trading Group. You get to use our own proprietary scanner that lets you create custom scans and even lets you scan for crypto. You get dark pool data, unusual options activity. This is the stuff that can help you make better decisions, folks. This is the stuff that professional traders have access to that you now do through the TTG platform. That's why we exist, to level the playing field. You also get a full trading journal that tracks your trading and gives you statistics so you can see what you're doing wrong. A social sentiment scanner will scour through Reddit, StockTwits, and Twitter and tell you what ticker symbols are mentioned most so you can stay ahead of the crowd. Analyst ratings, insider buying, short interest on any stock you're interested in. See how many analysts have a buy, sell, or hold rating. All of this is included. Every day you get a watch list from the mods on what stocks we're looking at and how we plan on trading them. And then you have all of our courses. Our courses are a simplified yet expanded upon version of what I learned working at the fund in New York. There's beginner and foundation courses, advanced courses, options, swing trading, trader psychology, crypto, you name it, we've got it in text and video, whatever is easier for you to learn. There are no upsells for more courses. All of our courses are included when you guys become annual members. There's also a video library that has nearly 300 hours of additional educational video content. These are workshops and webinars that we've conducted, like how to grow a small account, how to trade while working a full-time job, how to resist FOMO, just to name a few. And you guys can attend all these workshops live when you become full-time members. It's time you invested in something real, folks, something that's got a real chance to help you reach your goals. I can't promise you success. I cannot guarantee you success just because you joined True Trading Group, but I can guarantee you that if you fail to make your $1050 back at least once, I'm going to give you $2,100 back in return, as long as you give me a little effort by going through the courses, quizzes, and attending a study group. And I can guarantee you that when you join TTG, you're joining a community of 9,600 members that generally gives a damn whether you succeed or fail. That will help you around every single twist and turn. That will give you real guidance and real mentorship and real help and real support. You just have to go to ttgoffer.com. You got a 52% discount here this evening. There's only a couple of spots left. Just go to ttgoffer.com, enter the coupon code TTG121, click apply code. Then you'll reflect the 1050 price point, which is 52% off. And you guys can take advantage of that deal that I have for you here today. Otherwise, you can join our trial. It's 7 days, 7 full trading days. Go to ttgthree.com. It's $3, one-time payment, no auto renew, no recurring payment. We charge $3 just to make sure that you are in fact a real person. Go to ttgthree.com to join our trial. Thanks for joining me tonight, folks. I love you guys. I hope this was helpful. Tesla earnings in the books. We'll see what the markets give us tomorrow. Later, guys. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, smash that like button, turn on your notifications. Have a great evening.